I do this all the time when I'm at work and I go for a pee in the urinal. I'm always thinking Pudding Boys. And I'm always thinking like, oh, what should I do for an intro? What should I for an opener? Like, oh, I should say this. And earlier today, I shit you not, I thought of like a really good opener that would just be smooth and clean. But here I am instead telling you about me peeing, thinking about it instead of actually doing it.
That was smooth.
Yeah. But like that wasn't the thing. I forgot. I've genuinely forgotten the thing.
You know, when we're like right back at the start, we talked about how you end up pissing up walls because you've got your phone in your hand.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, maybe you should take notes.
I don't really do that, by the way. If you're not going back to the start, please don't. It was rough earlier, and I keep seeing the downloads for that first episode climb, and I just think that's just lost listeners that are turning away straight away. So today, brief introduction. I was going to say interlude, but that's definitely the wrong fucking word. We're going to talk a little bit about the Pokemon Legends Arceus leak. So if you don't want to know any leaks, just kindly fuck off. Because we're going to be talking about them in detail.
Explicit content. Don't be a dickhead.
Yeah, don't be a knob.
Go back an episode and then go forward an episode and come back to this one when it's released.
Yeah, please come back.
It'll still be here.
Yeah. We're going to talk a little bit about that. Obviously, there's not going to be any spoilers in terms of visuals because this is a podcast, you douche. But I'm going to stop doing that. I'm not a new metal band. I can't insult my audience. I love you. But before we jump into that, I'm Blore.
I'm Nayla. Oh, shit, you remembered.
I did it. And we are the Pudding Boys. Now, what I've done, Pudding audience, is I've actually connected my laptop to the big-ass plasma screen in the game room where we record the PB. And I'm putting up each of the leaked Pokemon. So the Hisuian?
Close enough.
Hisuian, I think, forms. And literally the new Pokemon as well. That's going to be an arsehole for my live index. But I'm not entirely sure Nayla's seen all of them. I have, obviously. I put it together.
I wouldn't warrant that I've seen all of them.
Yeah.
That's going to be interesting.
And we're not going to go into like masses and masses of detail. We've got to be quite quick because we don't want this to be the 2-hour podcast where we're just saying, I don't like the look of that. Next, I don't like the look of that. Right, let's get this started. Nayla, what do you think of Hisuian Voltorb and Hisuian Electrode? They're our first pair.
Yeah, saw it first, thought a little bit lazy. It's grown on me. It's softened me, the grass.
I like the Voltorb and I like the big eyebrows as well.
Yeah, I like they've done them very angular.
Yeah.
It gives it that kind of more inorganic feel.
Yes, yeah. I just think it was quite an interesting choice. But then to go kind of back on it with Electrode and make Electrode look almost exactly the same as the Cantonian original.
Out of the two, Voltorb, it's not a huge change, but there's a bit of effort gone in. There's a bit of design.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Electrode, they kind of just thought, oh shit, hang on, he evolves, doesn't he?
Yeah. I mean, I guess there's something how the eyebrows are jutting out, yet the eyes on Electrode are jutting in.
Recessed, aren't they, like embossed?
And maybe, do you know when it's moving actually, you might be able to see that they are the eyebrows jutting.
Yeah, but if anything, he looks like the pre-evote of Voltorb now.
Yeah, it does.
Like Voltorb looks a bit more purposeful. He's got that kind of super must go over the rice kind of scowl.
Yamada's scowl. If I sound a little bit weird, that's because I am. But also, I'm on the Lemsip instead of the tea tonight Pudding Boys because and girls. Puddingkin. That sounds like a furry thing.
Pudding dudes.
Pudding dudes. Yeah. Because I've got a cold and that happens.
And I think
let's move on.
So if I start sneezing.
Yeah. Before we spend too long, let's move on to
fucking hell, straight away.
As soon as you say sneeze. Hisuian Growlithe, Hisuian Arcanine. Growlithe we've all seen. I like it.
I really like Growlithe and Arcanine, historically.
Oh yeah, okay.
They two of my favourite designs just for being,
Yeah, strong designs.
Hard to see them change, but I don't dislike it, and I like that they've gone a bit where they've got, like, the kind of horns and the little spiked helmet kind of thing. It's that German infantry kind of thing, almost.
Well, it's very I can't forget what they're called, the dragony dog lion things that you have in China.
Oh yeah,
that's what it's
like their
supposed to be. Yeah,
effectively. But
yeah. I like the Growlithe more than the Arcanine. I don't really like this like plume of smoke that's come off the front and behind his leg. Yeah, it
looks a bit tacked on.
Yeah, now obviously these are static images rather than the moving thing, but it's fine. I don't
nice
adore
type.
It.
Fire Rock.
Fire Rock's a cool type, yeah, definitely. Useless, but cool.
Yeah.
It's going to get hit hard by a lot of water and fighting.
It's a lot of water.
It's effectively going to be dog shit, I think. Hisuian Quillfish is just Quillfish with a palette swap.
Real lazy.
Yeah. And Overquill is possibly the worst design since Eternatus, which actually wasn't that long ago. But
I hadn't seen Overquill.
Overquill looks shocking.
You know, when you think back to them having done like Cursula and done some of those really quite nicely.
Yeah.
And then you get hit with this.
Well, this, to me, I mean, maybe this is going to look good in motion like he puffs up, but you see where there's spikes on the front of its face jutting out from its eyeballs, but its eyeballs' texture go behind it. It's hard to see in this picture, but it looks like my first 3D model I made when I was in uni.
It does look like a 3D print that's failed.
Yeah.
It looks like one that's where, It
looks bad. Dark Poison, fine. It's not that bad.
Yeah, but it's not... Isn't Drapion...
Drapion Dark Poison.
You're going to use Drapion over this thing, just because it doesn't look like Dick.
That's slightly awkward, though, the design. Better, but awkward still.
Yeah, but that's actively bad.
But here we go. We've got Hisuian Zoro and Hisuian Zoroark, Normal and Ghost.
See, I don't hate it.
No, I don't hate it.
Normal Ghost is quite an interesting typing.
It's cool, yeah. It's going to be interesting.
You're going to see a lot of... And I think they've done that on purpose. Well, they haven't done that on purpose. You're going to see a lot of him competitively.
Well, yeah, because there's no reason, really, for it to be normal.
Yeah.
Now, we're moving on to Hisuian Sneasel and Sneasler. So it's not a Evo for Weavile, it's a branching Evo. He looks like he's not allowed near children's play parks.
He does look like he'd normally have those claws down the front of his baggy trousers.
Yeah, poison fighting. I don't mind the Sneasel, it just looks a bit complicated.
It looks like Sneasel started playing Splatoon.
Yeah, so Sneasel's fine. It's almost like a shiny Sneasel or like dark Sneasel, even though it's already dark time. Sneasler.
You know, if someone fucked up Obstagoon. Took the concept and got it wrong.
Yeah.
Drew Obstagoon from memory, but they'd never seen Obstagoon.
They went, instead of going Kiss glam rock, they went like Motley Crue.
That's not even Motley Crue. That's like sex offender glam. That's I don't know what you'd put that. Yeah, because that's not even kind of the. He doesn't look like he's fun.
No, Sneasler looks like he plays guitar for Manowar. Moving on.
Oh, swiftly.
Hisuian Sliggoo and Hisuian Goodra.
I get it.
Dragon Steel, I think, which is Duraludon, actually, isn't it?
Or Dialga.
Oh yeah.
So you're not going to see it because no one's going to use this over either of those two.
And we'll get to Dialga. Fucking hell.
Oh, I don't want to. Yeah.
Why does it look so sad? Why do most of these look so sad? They all look depressed.
Well, Sneasely, you can see why.
Well, Sneasely, yeah, if I look like that, I'd be fucking depressed. But they all look sad. All these Hisuian ones, maybe because they know they're going to go extinct.
Well, you can kind of see why a lot of these would go extinct.
Yeah.
Goodra. I'd like to see more Goodra. I had a bit of a soft spot for Goodra.
Well, I was never that big.
Never good enough.
No.
It was like a continuation on the theme.
I was just never that into it.
Yeah, I thought Goomy was cute, basically.
Goomy was cute. Sliggoo had a weird name.
That was a weird vibe altogether.
Yeah, no. I've put these three together because we've seen them all before. Hisuian Bravery, Cleaver and Weird Ear.
Bravery, again, love Braviary's design.
Braviary...
Like the typing.
It's alright.
Psychic Flying, again, is a bit of a... It's a weird one. It's not going to change the world. I don't think you're going to see a huge amount of him. What's going on with his hairdo? He looks like he should be in the Supremes or something.
He's fine. I'd like to see the top of his wings a bit more. I think his shiny's like all black.
That'd be cool.
It's cool. Cleaver, big fan. I'm a big fan of that. I really like that. Something screams Johto about it.
Yeah, I do hope that they branch him away from Scyther a bit and Sizer. I don't really want to see it as...
I've seen his stats. He hits harder than Sizer.
So
and he's a little bit slower.
Do we know if he's a separate branch from Scyther?
I think he evolves from Scyther.
Yeah, so that would make a lot more sense. Because going from Bug to Bug Steel to Bug Rock would be weird.
This is like a primitive version of Sizer.
But design-wise, I like him.
Yeah, I like it.
And I like the animation that I've seen. The fact that he can't take on the side up.
Yeah, that seems a little bit strange. Weird ear.
Yes.
Big fan. Yeah, just like it. Even the weird clothes hanging... Yeah, just a big clap for Weird Ear. I like beards, I like antlers.
It's got a runicky kind of vibe with the antlers, which, if we're going for the weird... It's very...
They could have given him 8 legs and it would have been a cool, Norse vibe going on, yeah. He seems very Norse to me. We're moving on. What the hell did they do to my boy Avalog?
What type is he?
I think he's going to be Brock Ice because someone put Gravelug, he's got too much gravel in him. Bergmite appears to be just normal.
So he's going to get the shit kicked out of him, literally, by every fighting type.
Oh yeah, if that's what his typing is. It might be Ground Ice, but that doesn't really help either.
He's coming off a loser because, like you, I liked Avalog.
I liked Avalog. I would have been fine if they'd made him have rocks jutting out of him a little bit. But what's with the chin?
Yeah,
it looks dumb. He's
rushed.
He's
half-assed.
He's just half-assed. He's probably one of the worst forms. Speaking of the worst forms, what the hell is Lilligant?
Sneasler and Lilligant were definitely hanging around outside Forbidden Planet or whatever back when we used to be kids.
Yeah.
They are. Lilligant is sinister.
Lilligant looks like a crackhead.
That's going to be a horrendous cosplay.
It might. Oh god! It kind of looks like. I can't remember what the name of the Digimon was. That Togemon, the cactus, evolved into it may be Piximon. I don't know. Or Cherry Blossomon. But it looks like that. It looks like the evolution of Togemon.
Yeah. Just gonna pop it open.
I can't remember. It was Tamimon, Palmon, Togemon, Lilymon. Oh god, Lilligant and Lilymon. It looks like Lilymon. Apart from Lilymon looked cool.
Yeah,
and Lilligant
really just like a stripped out version of Lilymon.
Yeah, Lilligant looks bad. It looks like a lemming.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Oh. Okay.
Moving on. And this.
You saved the big hitters.
This is great. Basculin, apparently it's not going to be called Hisuian Basculin, it's just going to be Basculin White Stripe, because you had red and blue.
Yeah.
They're not going to evolve. White Stripe will evolve. Basculegion Male is the red one with the big moustache. Basculegion Female is the blue one with the
white
lip guards.
Yeah, they look like an armoured kind of...
Yeah, I'm not huge on the female version.
Both the Water Ghost?
Both Water Ghost. The male version is possibly one of my favourite Pokemon designs ever. It's up there with Hawlucha and Chikorita for me. I love that. That thing is...
I'm not as huge on it, but I like it.
Yeah, I really like it.
I was a big fan in the last gen. Is it Barrascuda?
Oh, yeah, it was.
That tops it.
Yeah, Basculegion's really cool. And I always liked Basculin. I remember I tried to use one in a playthrough once. I think I did for a while, but
it doesn't
cut
it. It was the first, yeah.
Let's move on to Ursaluna. Ursaluna. I'm hoping this is better when it's in motion, because this is bad. And this is the problem with leaks. If we'd gotten Ken Sugimori artwork, these would look a lot cooler. Yeah. But I don't think we even got Ken Sugimori artwork for the ones we were revealed.
No, I don't think so. I want to see him in motion. I do. Probably do something cool with
He's got
shape.
poo on his face. Because he's ground type, normal ground type.
I can't unsee that. Yeah,
he's got poo all over his face. Yeah, I think that's going to drip off. I think it's going to be because he's been digging.
It looks like he's been Dirty Sanchez.
You know the big bears that dig for grubs and stuff? You're like, how does that big animal eat such small food? I think that's
the vibe.
Yeah. It could be alright, but for now it looks like
judgment on
Graveler.
Ursaluna.
Yeah.
I want it to be good, but...
Do you know what it looks like? It looks like a Graveler with no eyes is eating Ursaring. Ursaring's coming out of his mouth.
I can't fucking unsee that. That is horrible.
A smooth lip.
Like a poo monster.
Yeah, that ain't fun. Let's move on to the final evolutions of the starters, and Decidueye looks alright. Is all I can say. It's Hisuian Typhlosion, Hisuian Decidueye, and Hisuian Samurott.
Hisuian Typhlosion looks like, you know, at the start, do you remember the mummy?
Mm.
You know the guards that were with the bold lad while he was porking the Emperor's...
What
the Emperor.
was his name?
The mummy. He was the mummy.
He was the mummy, yeah. It wasn't Imhotep, was it?
Yes, it was.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Oh.
So he looks like the kind of guy that would have like stood behind him and watched him while he was porking the Emperor's missus.
It looks, once again, it looks depressed.
It does. It looks like he's wearing some kind of uncomfortable cape as well. I don't
Yeah. We didn't mention Saluna looks depressed as shit as well.
I really like Typhlosion. He's one of my favourite starters.
Yeah, I like Typhlosion too.
I'm going to use Hisuian Typhlosion.
Yeah. It might have some kind of like purple smoke coming out the back, so that could look cool.
Yeah, because he's a ghost.
Yeah. Once again, it's another one of those spiritually. Yeah. They're all ghost, psychic, and stuff like that. Like
Chandelure worked, and
I
mean, Chandelure worked because of the fucking
Chandelure quality.
Like, that top 10 mon.
But Decidueye's fine. Samurott, did you do anything?
Samurott, it looks like he got hepatitis or something and lost a lot of weight very quickly.
I never liked Samurott as well, especially.
Too pointy.
He's too pointy and just awkward legs. It's the same thing with, I find. I like Terrakion, but the other two Swords of Justice, they got weird legs.
Bit spindly.
Yeah, just odd.
Decidueye, I really want to lie, but it's got a bit of a weird, like, Sleepy Hollow, Headless Horseman kind of vibe.
I know, I quite like it. It's
like
the Japanese, like, shoulder pads that the army would wear. Yeah. I'm alright with that. Let's move on to...
Oh, God.
Enamorous.
I am sincere, 100% sincere in my hope that all of these are fake. Because
No, they are.
What, is Enamorous stone cold confirmed?
Now, don't get mad at me.
Because I don't think I'll buy the game.
The Camis, I think they're called the Weather Trio now or something, but the Camis, they're my favourite legendaries.
Yeah, agree.
And especially Landorus himself is my favourite legendary.
That's because he was in your team for
God knows.
Yeah, your Sandstorm team, he was a monster.
As soon as I saw this, I thought, holy crap, that looks like a Splatoon villain or something with the spikiness and the big bug eyes. I still maintain it doesn't look like it fits, just like Sylveon doesn't fit with the others.
Or the two Regis that they did.
The Regis don't fit,
Awful.
However, I'm kind of down with this now.
I'm not, in the slightest.
I'm kind of down with it.
Is awkward.
Fairy Flying.
Yeah.
I don't like the Therium form, but I don't like any of the Therium forms.
No, I could do without the Therium forms. Yeah. I don't like the, what do they call them? The original form. It's got a proper name.
Are they Origin forms?
Another one.
Therian and something. I'm fine with Enamorous now.
No, it's terrible.
I wish the snake wasn't a snake and it was more...
It doesn't even look like the other three.
Because Landorus had a poo dick.
Yes.
Do you know what? They shouldn't have been made skinny and tried to make it look female.
Creepy.
It should have been as buff as the others. Yeah.
They should have gone for
palette
the Zeus
swap
kind
again.
Of route. Yeah. That made Landorus. Yeah. I hate it. I really hate it. It's too spindly. It's too weird. It looks like an alien. I'm gonna be mad.
It seems like a really weird thing, but I don't like the cloud either. It doesn't.
Forces of Nature, by the way, the camis are now called.
Forces of Nature.
Apparently. Incarnate form.
Incarnate. Yeah, I like the incarnate form.
I hate it.
I wasn't a fan of the theory.
It was worse than these. It's
not worse than these.
It is. It's worse than Palkia and Dialga.
I've just put Palkia and Dialga on there. Is it Dialga or Dialga?
I think.
They're dumb.
Oh, they're shit. They are.
I mean, Dialga, to me, always looked stupid.
What's going on with the stupid fucking shield arm?
What's with his legs?
And his alien...
Why has Palkia got, like, buff horse legs?
Why has he got upside down legs, Palkia? You know those pictures that get worse the more you look at them?
Mm.
Yeah, this is the epitome.
These are, and let me get this through in every sense of the word, these are shit.
These are the worst two Mon designs.
Eternatus still wins for me.
No, these are topping it. What's going on with this fucking stupid... They've just put Zygarde's tail on him.
No, that's Arceus' tail, isn't it?
Is it not Zygarde?
No, that's actually Dialga's tail. That's Dialga's tail. just not coloured properly.
It's Zygarde's neck thing.
Yeah.
Fucking, they're
bad. Why are his front legs, Dalga?
What's the stupid?
Why are his front legs weird arms?
Why are Palkia?
Why are his front legs way longer than his back legs? I cannot believe this got greenlit.
I can't believe this got through quality. Although based on Diamond and Pearl, I can't believe this got through quality control. But the fuck were they thinking? I'm so glad you tick the explicit content box.
Yeah, what the fuck were they thinking?
We couldn't have done this.
I hope you've been looking at these along with us, audience. If you're driving, I hope you haven't.
Yeah, don't be tempted.
And if you've not seen them and you are excited for the game, don't look at them because they might look better in motion. And
I am
in
clinging.
setting.
Some of them will.
Yeah.
I think the Ursaring one will.
Yes.
These are going to look shit.
Yeah,
whenever you see
Do you know what? Just don't fuck with the old legendaries anyway. And stop making more.
They're not setting with things like Armoured Mewtwo.
God, yeah. I think, do you know what?
Piss.
If they... Well, I didn't like Mega Mewtwo either, but if they... or Primal versions, or any of that dumb shit. The only kind of extra versions I liked were when they fused Kyurem, but even then it was like...
It was awkward.
It's awkward, but it's supposed to be awkward.
Yeah. I dealt with the Therian versions. I didn't like them because I like the Incarnate versions.
Yeah, I really like them.
Perfect.
I see so much shit for them online, but they are so good. I think people just don't have any class.
They are definitely all three are in my top 10.
No, I would say that only Landorus is in my top 10 because obviously I like the other two because I like Landorus and they are very similar. But Landorus for me, I like the Pudic.
I'm putting
more than the anal beads and the purple thing.
The fart. The perpetual fart.
Now, I am about to reveal to Nayla what I think is going to be my team. 5 of 6. We've
always been quite cards close to the chest until
we throw down. But I don't even know if we can throw down in this game.
No, I've got a whole thing. You'll be explore together instead. We've done enough of that over the years.
That sounds really hard. We do now.
Our minds, our bodies.
Let me go to the next slide and reveal to you, Ka-chow! We've got Enamorous. We've got Hisuian Decidueye, Basculegion, Weird Ear, and oddly, we've got the Arcanine. I know what the sixth one will be. It will be Cleaver. I like Cleaver.
Fairly good spread.
But then that's 2 rocks, so maybe not Arcanine. I'll take Cleaver over Arcanine. And then maybe I'll just have like a Walrein or something that I really like but haven't used.
Yeah, well, there's going to be something cool.
Yeah. If I see like something that I know I really like that Pokemon, but I've never used it in a playthrough, nothing's coming to mind, but it always happens.
I did that with Diamond and Pearl.
Yeah.
With the peripheral mon.
Yeah. We both did
stuff
that.
like that.
It was all mon that you'd never pick.
Okay, so your team. The situation I kind of get. I'm going Typhlosion, so fine. I'm leaving you Basculegion because you.
But we try not to tread on each other's toes as well.
Weird if we have the same one. I'm a little bit cross. I hate it. The more I see it, the less I like it.
Well, I know Landorus is in the game, so I might not be able to resist using Landorus instead of Enamorous. Why is it called Enamorous?
Enamorous is much worse than Eternatus.
No, it's not. No, Eternatus is just shit. It's like someone threw Meccano at the wall. Someone hate-fucked Meccano and connects.
Enamorous looks like a sex toy. Enamorous looks like something that you'd find in, like the middle of the road kind of Ann Summers. It looks like a stylised vibrator.
Yeah, I'll give you that. But do you know what?
I hate it. It's shit. It's
no,
horrible.
I'm liking it. The more I see of it, the more I like it. But I wish we could just dial back. Like, we don't need the Love Hearts on the Snake, this, that, and the other bit.
Every bit. The more you see it, the worse it gets.
Let's move on.
Please.
To
I'm mad.
Numbers of the Beast.
Welcome again to Numbers of the Beast, Pudding Boys audience, the segment of the show. Nayla and I have a good long listen to a classic album and rank each song on it out of 7 before averaging them out to create an album score and ranking them against the rest of that band's discography. Right now we're working our way through the vast catalogue by Maiden, and this week it's Peace of Mind.
It's peace of mind. Peace is in a bit.
Oh God, I
Peace
spelt it wrong. Yeah.
Do you even listen to these before you come on? Because your opinions are bad.
Look, I spelt it right here.
You don't even know the album name now.
I spelt it right on the. I'm ill.
I'm bad at judging me. Right.
I'm poorly. Leave me alone.
Let's get on with this because
Let's start with it.
Yeah. Well,
Where Eagles Dare.
5, bordering on a 6.
Holy shit! Right. I put it as a 3.
Because you're an idiot.
And I feel like
because you're a sick idiot.
I feel like I don't like aeroplanes or World War II as much as Steve Harris wants me to.
I think I like them more than Steve Harris, and that's probably why I wrote it higher than anyone.
No, so Where Eagles Dare, I did have it as a 4, but around the 3rd or 4th listen, 6 minutes is a long time for that song. When it hits the solo, it should end.
No, I'm fine with it. I enjoy Where Eagles Dare. It's
a bit paint by numbers, to be honest.
But it's the theme for me.
Yeah, the theme.
You sing about
it's good musically, it's good lyrically, it's just not for me. Revelations.
It's a 3 and it was lucky.
I give it a 4. I quite liked it.
Revelations, too long. Revelations is the epitome for me of...
I haven't listened to this since Wednesday and I couldn't tell you a single word from it though.
I did. The first listen, I marked it up because, you get through the quite slow, chunky start and then it gets quite snappy.
Yeah.
And then
I remember.
And you think, okay, another one that you think, if you killed it there...
It is long, I think it's also 6 minutes long.
It's too long. It's one of the first ones where I genuinely think Iron Maiden overstepped the time.
Oh no, that's the case, haven't you?
Oh yeah, that was just bad.
Flight of Icarus.
7.
It's 7. It's so good.
Do you know what?
7 seems trivial for
I always forget just how good Flight of Icarus... First time I listened to this album, I was out in the car. Not like first time, but first time for this.
This time, yeah.
I did my pre-listen in the car.
Yeah, I've started doing that.
Die With Your Boots On. We'll talk... Oh, sorry. Where Eagles Dare. Jumping ahead. Where Eagles Dare had me sort of banging on the steering wheel. But fucking Flight of Icarus, I was screaming that.
It's so good. I really like... it's a theme of the Numbers of the Beast segment. I really like Tierra Santa.
Iced Earth, but Spanish.
Yeah, Iced Earth, but Spanish. Their cover is so slow. And it's like,
it works.
Oh, it's fly
majestic
on your way like an eagle. Die With Your Boots On.
It's a 6.
I've put it as a 5 because it was disappointing because it's not as good as I remember.
You think it's not as good as the Sinatra album?
Yeah, and I don't. Right, let me make this clear. We all listen to Web
Blood doesn't like Iron Maiden. He likes other bands too.
We all listen to a little bit of Sinatra every now and again.
Every now and then, we
all
put Victoria's Secret on, and we again in the car will be papping along on the steering wheel.
Yeah. And Sinatra actually made me think that Die With Your Boots On was better than it is. It's not bad, don't get me wrong, it's just...
I love Die With Your Boots On.
It's still 5. 5 is a big thing. I'm quite tight with my score.
It's not a 7.
No.
It's not a 7. It's not because that
6.
puts him on par with Flight of Icarus and the Trooper. I'm putting it on a 6. It's up there with things like Killers.
Crazy. The Trooper.
7.
I put it as 7, but it is way better, I feel, than like Run to the Hills. But for me, I once again, I think I covered the Trooper.
The risk with the Trooper is it's very overplayed. Everyone's played it. Everyone's covered it. But it's a phenomenal... when we do something like this, and you just have to listen to an album through.
The Trooper, though, cements for me, and I will go against this very fact in a second, but cements for me the fact that Iron Maiden are... And sorry, everyone. Iron Maiden are a singles band. Especially in this era. I don't think they are so much now.
Yeah.
But they really are. There's a lot...
The peaks and troughs are noticeable.
If we have a look, Iron Maiden came out in 1980. Killers, 1981. Number of the Beast, 1982. Peace of Mind, 1983. Of course they're going to be a singles band because
that's a lot
you're churning them out. I think Power Slave's 1984 as well. So it's not going to slow down. However, we know Power Slave's going to...
Well, spoiler alert for the one after Power Slave.
No, let's not get onto that just yet. Still Life.
3.
I put it as 5. I think it's genuinely one of the most interesting songs so far.
I disagree.
I disagree with you. I really like it.
It was fine.
I think it's really interesting.
First listen, I kind of meandered a bit with it. 2 or 3 in, I genuinely I genuinely wanted to skip the next 4 songs to get to Power Slave.
No, I actually really like Still Life, and I feel like I may have been harsh giving it a 5. I just feel like it's not a traditional Maiden song, and even Bruce's vocals on it are a little bit more edgy, maybe.
Yeah, it's one of those. I definitely wouldn't go anywhere near it if I wasn't listening to Peace of Mind.
I think it was a Dave Murray song. I could be entirely wrong about that. I don't have any fun facts about this album because I did it. Spoiler alert, we're recording 3 shows back to back because Nayla needs to make sure that he doesn't get COVID for a very important day. So I did 3 albums this week, and I've not had time to get some fun facts about any of them.
No, you've had to get a couple of... Or for you, you've had to get a whole lesson in and get them all on.
Quest for Fire.
3.
2. It's bad. In fact, it's probably the worst song so far, I think. Teetering on a 1. I don't enjoy it, and I think it's poorly written.
The chorus is... Yeah, I'd give it a 3, because I think, again, it was the riff that
I feel like
it. The chorus is actively terrible.
Yeah.
It
sounds like bad power metal.
It's like a shit local band would.
Yeah.
Like, you know, someone that hasn't matured yet.
There's a reason why it's near the end of the album.
Yeah, and that is the epitome of one that they just stuck on there because their label said you have to do 8 tracks.
Yeah. Sun and Steel?
4.
2 again for me. I don't think it's any better than Quest for Fire.
I think it's, again... I think it was more riff. When you think of these, I'm almost exclusively, unless the lyrics are about World War II, I'm probably doing it on the music. Sun and Steel was a bit more zazzy.
Yeah.
It snapped.
It is a bit, but it still didn't take a 3 for me, which leads me to...
Tamerland.
Yeah, what did you give it?
I gave it a 4. I think I was being a bit nice by that point.
I gave it a 3.
Yeah, that feels...
Entirely on the fact that I like Dune, and now I'm thinking about it, it's got the same problem that Alexander the Great has, where it sounds like they're just reading a rough guide to Dune.
Yeah, it does feel like they're reading the Wikipedia article.
Yeah,
to your point.
It's not good lyrics.
I think the problem I've got, and we acknowledged this on off air. I was a bit too generous
early on. So you've got to keep that theme running.
I did drift into the this would be a good song for anyone else, and you kind of, because you started the early days, you kind of have to step out of the but you know what's coming with Iron Maiden. I think if I re-rated most of mine, 2/3 of mine would drop 1 mark. Do you know what? I think that would probably bring ours really into line as well.
Probably would. But we will carry on how we've been, because then it evens it out, because it is insular. It's all about Iron Maiden anyway. Total score for me, 38.
42. Whew, not a huge difference, but it is. It's half
big.
A point on each.
Average score, mine's 4.22 recurring.
467. So it's about half a point on each song.
Yeah, it really is. So that brings our joined total to 8.89, putting it under the Number of the Beast, but then Iron Maiden, then Killers. So it hasn't beat Number of the Beast.
I wouldn't expect it to. A couple of good songs.
Yeah, I think I had more fun with... No, do you know what? I feel like I had more fun with Peace of Mind, but looking at Number of the Beast, it is better.
I think I rediscovered Peace of Mind more, because I'd completely forgotten. I always go in my mind Number of the Beast, Power Slave, and then Misk. So I forgot that one in the middle, so I enjoyed it for that. More than I thought I would. High scores. I forget that things like Die With Your Boots on, aren't it?
Yeah. That's a nice, little snack as you're going through the album. Die With Your Boots on, I feel.
Yeah.
Now, Pudding Boys audience, if you fancy listening along at home and making your own uninformed judgments, next week it's going to be Power Slave. Next week for you, tomorrow for us when we record the next episode. Which brings us to Pudding Boys. The return of an old friend.
Pudding of the Week.
Welcome back, fellows. It is I, Thomas Lethbridge, and I am once again here to bring you the Pudding of the Week, the segment of the show where I put the wrong pudding on the wrong slide and have to quickly change. There we go. Where I pick a delicious dessert from around the globe and tell you a little bit about it. And this week's pudding is the cinnamon roll.
Oh, you know, if you had an actual corporeal form, I could kiss you, Thomas Lethbridge.
Please don't try. Have you seen the Dementors in Harry Potter? We won't talk about what happened to my wife. A cinnamon roll consists of a rolled sheet of yeast, leavened dough, onto which a cinnamon and sugar mixture, and sometimes raisins and other ingredients, is sprinkled over a thin coat of butter. The dough is then rolled, cut into individual portions, and baked. We believe cinnamon rolls come from Sweden, and in Sweden and Finland, cinnamon rolls are traditionally enjoyed during a coffee break or Fika, which is a get-together with friends. They also, in Sweden, have October 4th as Cinnamon Bun Day, so they're really clinging on to the fact that they came up with it. Now, the cinnamon bun's origin is hotly debated, but the Swedes seem to be loudest at protesting that it is theirs. There are other fun facts about cinnamon buns, such as a typical Swede eats 316 cinnamon buns per year. That's a lot of cinnamon buns.
No, I could though.
I think I could too.
Every morning.
If I could eat food.
Yeah, if it didn't just fall out of whatever orifices you have.
Yes.
There are a lot of them.
I've brought some pictures to show you of different countries' cinnamon buns. We've got the Finnish korvapusti.
Finland are always a bit weird though, aren't they?
Yes, it does look a bit strange.
Cinnamon.
The Danish looks...
Cinnamon bun.
Oh, you jolly little Brit. The Danish looks very interesting with thicker swirls. The Norwegian, someone needs to tell them that's just bread. The American, no, it's an unfortunate picture. They have icing on top.
You know the ectoplasm that you seem to leave all over Raw's, things?
From my private time.
Yes, yeah, not like... it's not the ghost stuff, it's the other stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks a lot like
The
that.
penis plasm, I call it.
Yeah. Sperm to the rest of us.
To the layman, yes, maybe a sperm. I've brought you, and Blore, when he comes back, I've brought you some cinnamon rolls. However, in England, you may call them Chelsea buns. But it's a confusing topic. Sometimes Chelsea buns don't have cinnamon, they have allspice.
They are some sticky boys.
But these look like pretty traditional American
Count me in.
cinnamon rolls. I'm going to just steal a sip of Blore squash here. And I'm going to spit in it for good measure.
You're going to want to wash this out, you teeth.
Well, I would if I say I could eat.
Wash it out the other bits.
Farewell, pudding boys!
And away he flew.
Yeah, he's gone again.
On his space mode.
He's not even hiding the fact that he's clearly some kind of ghost now.
I think he's acknowledged that the fact that he's... Yeah.
It may be because you called him out for being a demon that he is trying to prove that he's a ghost, not a demon.
I don't know if it has to be mutually exclusive. I mean, I'm not convinced with him.
No. Well,
then
yeah.
you get that glint where there's something else in there.
Well, I once did think maybe he is just Satan. Like the actual one.
Here's...
This is a good cinnamon roll. No, this is just a supermarket one. Thomas has left the Morrison's wrapper on it.
He's half-assing it now. How did he pay?
I doubt he did.
Yeah. How many pipes do they have in Morrison's?
Yeah,
Quite adept at slithering
he's
down.
looking at the packaging. He may have taken this one through the toilet. But no, it's good.
He probably did that afterwards just to get us back.
I would say this is not an after-dinner pudding. I know we say it's pudding of the week, but I don't know about breakfast, especially with this amount of icing on.
Brunch.
But certainly, coffee break would be awesome.
That's what I always go to. And actually, he's saying about the little sugar pills. You know when you go to IKEA, they're ones that they do. That and the black coffee. Because if you go to IKEA and you're not a moron, you do IKEA first thing in the morning or last thing at night because you don't want to fight through the car park.
I could dunk this.
Yeah, but you need like a black coffee or something. If you put this in like a latte or something, you get a bit silly. You need something a bit like bitter to sit.
Yeah, do you know what? You're right, but I wouldn't do it. I'll dip it in a latte. Because I am a bit silly.
Banging.
Yeah. What scale have you got for us this week?
Yeah, well, sticking with the theme of it being a weird scale, today we're doing sports.
Oh, I don't know anything about sports. Educate me.
Ronaldo's involved.
Now, is that Ronaldo, Fat Ronaldo, or Ronaldinho? Because I'm not convinced they're different people.
Young Ronaldo, rich Ronaldo, not...
Isn't Fat Ronaldo still rich?
I mean, probably, but less rich than rich Ronaldo.
Oh, is he
rich Ronaldo is very successful. Fat Ronaldo was very good. I don't get the feeling that he's enjoyed quite the same historical success.
Who is Ronaldinho then?
He's not Fat
Or
Ronaldo.
did I make that up?
No, Ronaldinho's one. Yeah, I think he was Fat Ronaldo's pal.
All right, okay.
I think they were...
well, were they around together? Because that would lead to my
slightly
confusion.
Afterwards.
Oh, really?
I always mix him up with Rivaldo, and they're completely separate.
Rivaldo?
Yeah. Basically,
I'm going to
add
stick
some
with Ronald
R's and
McDonald.
O's, and you've probably got a Brazilian footballer's name. And also, young rich Ronaldo isn't Brazilian, he's Portuguese, I think.
Portuguese.
Which they speak in Brazil, don't they? So it all comes full circle. They're all the same people.
Portuguese.
We are all speaking Portuguese. So I was going to go, these are pretty hot, pretty tasty.
So wait, we're doing sports as a scale. What
now
scale?
we're doing the Premier League.
Oh, okay, we're doing the Premier League.
I'm going to pick a couple from sports because, I'm running out of like weird scientific things for a bit.
But how do you use the Premier League as a scale? Is it just where they position?
Basically, yeah. So you get points for winning games.
Are they called divisions?
Yeah. So the Premier League is the top division.
Yeah.
So if you're top of the Premier League, you're the best team in the country.
Right.
Or, as it is at the minute, you're the richest team in the country. Because Man City have just brought the way to the top. But we won't talk sports, no one really cares.
I'm not angry at that.
No, it's just a bit, when you watch, it's kind of like, when you go on, we used to play Clash of Clans.
Yeah.
When you go up against someone who's obviously spent a lot of their oil money.
Yeah, a lot of their oil money, or just anyone from South Korea.
Yeah. Same kind of thing. So I'm going to make this a Liverpool.
Now, where do Liverpool sit?
So they're second at the minute. They've been hovering...
Oh, second in the world?
In the country, yeah. So they've been hovering around like...
Cinnamon rolls are pretty high on your...
They are, because, you know I am big on coffee. And these are just like you say, these are the perfect like coffee time treat.
I think these are the perfect accompaniment to...
There's no better bun than the cinnamon, because it's a little bit sweet,
You're not wrong.
a little bit spice.
You're not wrong, yeah.
It plays well with the bitterness, and you know what? It's fun, and I always find Liverpool like a little bit fun.
Yeah, a little bit crazy.
The manager calls them heavy metal football.
Yeah.
They're like, they press, they run at you, that kind of thing. And the cinnamon bun will do that. Like, you're not forgetting that you've had a cinnamon bun.
No, and you know what? You're going to be quite loyal to cinnamon bun, and like Liverpool fans, they're quite vocal about their love for Liverpool.
And I'm going to
Liverpool. And with Swedes eating that many a year, clearly people are loyal to the cinnamon bun. I would say less is more with the icing. These ones had too much.
See, I vary wildly. Sometimes I'll do the Starbucks with too much, and I like it. Sometimes I like a nice, the more pastry-ish.
Yeah, I like it a little bit more pastry-ish and a little bit more cinnamon. These were a little bit light. These were
more sugary.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm a big fan of the little IKEA ones. Those in the black coffee.
Yeah.
Will get you home with a trunk full of flat pack.
Where can you find the PBs?
IKEA.
Probably. We are available on YouTube on the channel Pudding Boys. Hit subscribe and leave us a comment. We can also be found on Apple Podcasts, iTunes, Spotify, Audible, Amazon Music, and Google Podcasts. We now have an Instagram, which is a fun place to check out the strange piece of artwork I create for every episode. Farewell, Pudding Boys.
Jesus Christ, Tom's identical brother is terrifying. Like, I thought he was spooky.
I don't know what that voice was. Where did that even come from?
I don't know, he just he slithered out the wall and then disappeared. I think that was the ghost. Did you feel real cold all of a sudden?
He is not becoming a thing. Bye!